right, so part 2 is some practice with you, and I want to get to practicing where these fractions are located on a number line, and I want you to become familiar with that. So I'm actually going to pull this up a little closer so you can see a little better. So here's my number line, and I'll show you the whole numbers, which are -1, which actually is a whole number. It's below 0. And then we go into the positives, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first thing I notice as a mathematician is that even though there is 0 and 1 here, there's something in between. And I want to figure out how many spaces are in between, so I know what the bottom of my fractions will be, which is the denominator. The denominator are the parts of the whole. And so I've got 1, 2 parts till I get a whole. Let's see if it does it again. 1, 2 parts till I get a whole. 1, 2 parts till I get a whole. 1, 2. So I know my bottom number is 2. So for each answer today, some way, somehow, there's going to be a denominator of 2. Okay? Now, how do I figure out what point A is? Well, I figure out how many hops I need to take from 0 to the point A. So let's see. 1 hop. Well, then A would be 1/2. Okay? Now I've got to go to B. So I have to start over at 0 again, though. And I'm going to go 1 hop, 2 hops, 3 hops to B. So B represents 3 halves. Now I'm going to start over again, and I'm going to get all the way to C. Let's see what it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hops. So my answer for A is 1/2. And my answer for B is 3 halves. My answer for C is 7 halves. There is another way to write 3 halves, though. Does anybody know? Look at where it is on the number line, that B. Well, I have 1 whole, and then I also have a half. So I could write this 1 and 1/2. So there are 2 ways to write that down. Here for 7 halves, well, I'll look over where I was. I was at 1, 2, 3, and then a half. So this is 3 halves. So there you go. That is how we read the numbers on a number line. Now I'm going to give you another one, and this one I want you to kind of practice on your own. Okay, so I want you to think about this number line here. Negative 1 there. 0, 1, 2, 3. Here's A. There's B. There's C. So A, B, and C. Where are those located on the number line? Well, what do I need to do first? First, I need to count how many spaces are between 0 and my first whole number 1. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So what's my denominator going to be? It's going to be 4. And it will be 4 for all of them. Who knows what the next step is? Okay, well, if you said I need to hop down the number line, you are right. So I start at 0, and I get 1, and so this is 1/4. I start at 0 again, and I go all the way to B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I get 6/4. And I can say to myself, if I want a shortcut, I can say to myself 6/4 and keep counting. 7/4, 8/4, 9/4. 9/4 is the answer there. Now, I told you, when these fractions get top heavy, meaning the top number is bigger, can't see that. The top number is bigger than the bottom number. then there is another way you can write it. It's called a mixed number when you write it this way. And so 6/4 is the same as saying, well, I looked over at B. Ooh, is that 6/4? Hold on. Oh, that's not where 2 should go. Hold on, let's look at this a second. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So one hole goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 holes go there. Ooh, okay. So now let's evaluate this. So I have 1 hole, and then I have how many jumps after that? 1, 2. So I have 1 and 2/4. When I look at C, I'm at 2, and then I have another hop. Okay, so I have 2 and 1/4. That's how that works. Okay, so today you're going to get a worksheet that looks like this, and it is going to ask you to do the same thing. The number lines have been divided into halves on this first one. Then it's divided into quarters, then it's divided into thirds, then it's divided into halves. So they kind of tell you before you have to check. And another clue is they've already put the denominators in some of the fractions on the line already. So you already know what they're divided into. Now it's your job to start at 0 and hop over and figure out what A, B, and C is for each of these. Then you're going to go here and you're going to do these ones for more practice. And then on the back, it says complete the following activities. Draw and label a number line to show halves that start at 1 and end at 2. And so you'll go on to this last page and you'll follow those directions and draw your number line. And there's more here to do. So you're going to keep going. Draw and label a number line to show fourths. Draw a number line to show eighths. And then here, draw a number line to show halves that start at 1 and end at 3. So be very careful when you read those directions. You're going to end up with 6 number lines here to show what you know. And then we'll go over it.